Okay, let's look at the Vokabel für heute, für Freitag. Vokabel für Freitag. Und machen wir das so. Duplicate. Okay, suit. These are all new words, I think, for us. I think there's maybe a few repeats, but suit, like, you know, suit means matching blazer or coat and pants, at least, maybe even matching vest, but suits typically, men and women both, matching skirt, matching, that's what we're talking about, is der Anzug. Der Anzug. A bathing suit, though, is a Badeanzug. Baden, to bathe, bathing suit. There's the word, Anzug, Anzug. Blouse is die Bluse, very close to the English spelling. Glasses. Glasses is plural in English, you know that? My glasses are broken. In English, in German though, it's singular. I guess it's plural because there's two. And jeans is the same, like jeans that you wear, we say are pants also. It's always plural. Yeah. Jeans, pants, shorts. But in German, those are all singular words. I guess it's two because there's two legs. I don't know. We even say a pair of pants, right? So anyway, but glasses is die Brille. Die Brille. A belt is der Gürtel. How do you like that? Holds up your pants. Gürtel. Necklace is Halskette. This is your hals right here, your throat or your neck. And so necklace, like necklace. And kette is a chain. So a neck chain. All right, Halskette. Glove. This one I think we had before, maybe. Der Handschuh. Literally, what is it? A hand shoe. The plural, normally talking about plural here, die Handschuhe, but singular is der Handschuh. But I don't know why it's there twice, but purse is die Handtasche. Tasche is a bag. What's a Handtasche? Handbag. Shirt, just a regular, shirt, is das Hemd. Das Hemd. Pants, again, this is plural in English, but in German, die Hose. Die Hose. Make sense a little bit? I mean, not really, but you can make a connection there. Shorts. Die kurze Hose. Kurz. Short. Short pants. Germans also say shorts. Pretty frequently, shorts. Die kurze Hose. Hat. Der Hut. Close to English. Hut. Jacket. I think I had this word before. Maybe. Die Jacke. Remember that word? Jacke. Maybe. Jeans. Very simple. Die Jeans. Yeah. But it's singular in German though. Dress. Gentlemen. Ladies already know this. You can tune me out for a minute. A lot of men in this room don't know what I'm about to say. A dress is a one-piece thing, right? It's all one thing. Now, many of us men sometimes refer to a woman wearing a blouse and a skirt as she has a dress on, right? Right, we say it's... Ladies, please don't laugh at us for our ignorance. Just praise us for wanting to learn more about you and what you might wear. But a dress is one piece of material, right? It's all, and a blouse and a skirt is just that, blouse and a skirt. But anyway, this is a dress, it's das Kleid. Das Kleid. Tie, like a necktie. That's a cool one there. It's like little windows on there. Die Krawatte. This actually comes from a French word. But Krawatte. Coat, we had die Jacke. Jacket's different than a coat, right? This word is actually for a much warmer, like a winter. Der Mantel. Der Mantel. A cap. Die Mütze. Mütze. Sweater. Well, that's easy. Der Pullover. Look at that. Der Pullover. I bet it's not that in Spanish. Probably something crazy. Skirt. Well, I talked about die Bluse. Blouse. And this is interesting. This word for skirt is a masculine word. Der Rock. Der Rock. So the word for necktie is feminine, die Krawatte. The word for skirt is masculine, der Rock. Just like the word rock, but just pronounced differently. A scarf, der Schal. Shoe. We've had this word with hand shoe. What's just the word for shoe? Der Schuh. Yeah. Again, this is a word we probably normally talk about in the plural. Not always, but usually. Die Schuhe. It was die Handschuhe, plural. Gloves. And die Schuhe is plural. Sock. Sock. Die Socke. Plural. Die Socken. Die Socken. Again, probably talk about that more often in the plural. We have die Brille. What are sunglasses? Brille, which is eyeglasses. Hope you see. There we go. Sonnenbrille. Sonne, die Sonne. Sunglasses. Boot. Right here. Der Stiefel. Plural is the same, but the article, die Stiefel, but the word doesn't change spelling for the plural. So boot and boots are the same word. Sweatshirt. You like this one. Das Sweatshirt. Das Sweatshirt. Got der Pullover und das Sweatshirt. T-shirt, like this one too. This is with St. Xavier going on here. Okay. Das T-shirt. Let's go over those again, shall we? Sweatshirt. Der Pullover. Das T-shirt. Sneakers or tennis shoes. A lot of you have these on today. Die Turnschuh. Turn. And plural, again, die Turnschuhe. Good. Underwear. Wolverine, Batman. No, who is that? I can't tell. Anyway, underwear. It's an important word. It's an important word. Just because it's a little embarrassing doesn't mean it's not an important word. Die Unterwäsche. Underwear. Under. Unter. Yeah. There we go. Unterwäsche. Okay? So most of those are new, I think, right? Most of those we haven't seen before. Most of them are, but they're not too hard. Yeah, it's 20, what did I say, 27? Which is already posted. Yeah, 29. I posted on my Cache, so feel free to take it. Let's just take a quick glance at the chapter. Our new chapter, 1b, 1b. 1b. I'm sharing the screen still. I'm going to look at page 30, let's say 38. Let's say 39. Almost. No, I am on it. Okay. So, first page here, it's about shopping, right? Clothes shopping. This word here, Kleidung. Das Kleid was a dress. But Kleidung, with UNG, is clothing. Almost looks like, yeah, you can kind of, Kleidung, clothing. And here's all the words in our vocab, almost all of them. I see a few words that are not there, like some material names like leather and silk and cotton and all that, and wool and okay. But most of the actual articles of clothing are on here. There's some other adjectives like short sleeve, long sleeve, but we'll get to all of those. And we have der Badeanzug in the picture here, der Hut. We have das Hemd, die Krawatte, the salesman here, der Gürtel, he's got a belt on, kurze Hose. This guy's trägt einen Anzug, a suit. She has a Kleid on. See, it's all one color, all one. I'd have to do one color, but it's all one piece of material there. Over here, got all kinds of things. And then we have these colors here. Now, I don't know how much we went over this last year, but maybe not at all. Good time to bring it up, though. Gelb, Grün. You see the color there? How's that? How's that? Geez, like you just got inside the projector. Gelb, that's Gelb right here. Grün, say Gelb. Grün, Lila, Rosa. What's that? What would you call that? Pink. Grau, we can't see, but it's grau. Gray. Orange. Rot. Say the German. Rot. Blau. Braun. This is Weiß. And between grau and Weiß is a color called Schwarz. What's Schwarz? Can't see it very well there, but that's right. It is black right there. Okay. Other words that we had here, and a couple of other adjectives like billig, cheap, and teuer, expensive. Let me move this down here. All right. Oops. Okay. So the video, when we get around to it, is George and Melina go shopping for clothes. For George, she thinks he looks too American, so she takes him to get some, makes him look more European, or so she says. And the name of the article is, or the video is Sehr attraktiv. What's sehr attraktiv? Right here. Look right here, guys. Sehr attraktiv, George. Very attractive, George. Yeah, well, we'll see. Euro stuff. Now, there's we'll go over this. I'm just kind of glancing over the chapter. There's a section here on the Deutsche Modewelt, fashion world, German fashion world. And there are quite a few designers, some of them you might know, that are German, and they're what do they call it? Most of them are dead, you know. And then they call it their house or whatever. One I think about is Hugo Boss. You know that designer, Hugo Boss? No, really? At Castle Hall, no one knows who Hugo Boss is? Very famous clothes designer. Well, I know that I can't talk about this when I go teach over at Webster, Ryan. Because the Cassia kids don't know who Hugo Boss is. The Webster kids certainly don't know. Man, it's already hard teaching them. Okay, I was hoping you guys would know. Yeah, that's Hugo Boss, and we already learned about those two. Those aren't really fashion places, but clothes makers, Adidas and Puma. Remember last year we talked about those two brothers, and they got it. And watched the movie, didn't we? About it. Good. Karl Lagerfeld. Remember that name? He's still alive, actually. Karl Lagerfeld. What about Joop? J-O-O-P. You know that name? Wolfgang Joop. No. What about Jill Sander? I've seen her around. Yeah. You guys still shop at Utica? Is Utica Square still open around? Or is it just the coffee shop? Is it Starbucks? Is that all there? No one goes to Saks or anything anymore? Apparently not. I guess not. Okay. And then they mentioned Hugo Boss. Escada doesn't sound like a German company. It's like a Spanish shirt, but Escada is also. Okay, this wouldn't appeal to any of you because none of you apparently care about fashion at all. Not the way that I do. You know, obviously you see how I dress. But in Berlin, there's a street that's like it's like a Fifth Avenue kind of street. And the further you go down the street, like the more expensive the shops get. So it kind of starts out with names like, Gucci and all that. And then it gets into these like higher end boutiques. And some of them are actually even very well known, like designers from Berlin. And then they have their own, like, it's like the highest rent district of the whole city is that part of that street there. So just to have a shop there would be one thing on its own. But maybe I can dig it up. I made a little video. I take a bunch of pictures of it and all the names of all the design houses. Ryan, I went to one. It was just Gucci, nothing famous, nothing crazy. Not like, Hugo Boss, but but I go to Gucci and I go to the door. I said, I'm going to walk in. Maybe I'll buy a wallet or a keychain or something. Because I got an extra $500 laying around. I got to give the face for the sarcastic looks here. So anyway, I go to the door and it's a store. It's locked. There's nobody in there except for the salespeople, like 3 salespeople in this small Gucci shop, And this is what they're all like talking to each other around the counter. They go like, here's the door over here where I am outside. They go like this, like. They just kept on talking. They looked at me and looked at.
You could have bought the most expensive thing, right?
I could have pulled a Pretty Woman on them, is what I could have done. I was going to buy a suit and a briefcase. Got about 20 grand on me right now. But I guess I'll go down to and spend this money at the Versace store then. But they didn't even attempt to come to the door. It's like, yes, would you like something? You know, nothing. They just looked. They took one look at me. You know, we're like, no, he's not one of us. He's not one of ours. I guess. Okay. I'm sorry. We're going to look at this in a minute because I feel like you guys are missing a part of your education, your general education, not knowing. But Hugo Boss, the designer, he's been passed away for a long time, but like I said, their name still goes on as a design house. And Hugo Boss, though, got quite a contract back in the late 30s, early 1940s. He designed the uniforms for the SS, the Nazi SS, yeah. So it was a bit of a dark period of history for the Hugo Boss design house. It's a pretty sharp looking uniform though. But horrible, horrible people that wore them though. But to think that they had a designer of that level, like designing their uniforms, like I thought military uniforms, they look nice and they're sharp, but they're pretty utilitarian, just for use, like to last a long time. But Hugo Boss comes in and designs. Well, it would have been a big contract, would have made a lot of money, he did make money on it, which is, some people criticize him for it though, but anyway, a lot of people made money off all that stuff, all that mess. Okay, I'll come back to that in a minute. Then another thing we're going to look at here today is about this thing, die Tracht. Look at these people here. Die Tracht. And Tracht, this word here, is the word for what I would say are like traditional clothing. So not the kind of clothing you might wear every day to the office, right? Like this here. You could if you wanted to. Can you see that? Look at that. They look happy, but this is not normal, walk down the street wear. This is for celebrations or, for Oktoberfest or something. But Tracht is this word for, here's a traditionelle Kleidung, traditional clothing, historical clothing, all right. And I'll show you some things of that in a minute. That's Karl Lagerfeld right there. That's one of the designers that is talked about. Not the one who made the Nazi uniforms, but he's still alive, although he doesn't look like he's alive. Sorry to say, sorry, Karl. You're looking a little pale. And he's got a bag that says Karl who? Because I imagine he gets approached by people. Are you Karl Lagerfeld? Huh? That's what you can say to them. All right. I don't know why his picture is just thrown in down there. Another designer here. This guy's not as well known, but talk about him later. Jill Sander, Jill Sander. Anyone?
No.
What, you guys waiting your clothes at Walmart, or what are you doing?
Yeah.
This is not.
Yeah, actually.
I mean, I do, but I mean, I'm talking to you guys though.
No, actually,
Actually, they have pretty good. No one's going to Brooks Brothers anymore, anything like that, I guess. Okay. Good. A couple of words here. We'll have these later for vocabulary, but the latest thing, style, all right. Another word, die Mode, M-O-D-E, like mode. Mode is fashion. And then angesagt is trendy, ausgefallen, offbeat, elegant, gut gekleidet, well-dressed. Modisch, from the word mode, fashion, but modisch is an adjective, fashionable. And then gut gekleidet, well-dressed, schlecht gekleidet, badly dressed, poorly dressed. Okay, so that's that with fashion. All right, we gotta take this back down. Good. Okay, so they have another part of the perfect tense that we just had the test over. So you get a chance to maybe redeem yourself a little bit. But this is a little bit different, but the participles are the same though. Essen, gegessen, sehen, gesehen, geben, gegeben. So we'll be looking at those again. But how they're formed and shaped, and certain kind of verbs are going to use you'll see the difference. Also, wissen and kennen. These both mean to know. Wissen and kennen. But one is, wissen is to know something as a fact. Yeah, like I know where Castle Hall is. And kennen is more familiar, like, oh yeah, ich kenne Lydia DeJarnette. I know her. That's in English. It works both ways, right? Like, I know where Castle Hall is, and I know Lydia. But in German, there's two different forms of to know. One is like know a fact, and one is to know something or somebody in a familiar way. Like you could say, oh yeah, ich kenne das Buch. I know that book. That would be you're familiar with it. But you could say, oh, but I know on what page that line is. It's on page 19. That would be knowing something as a fact. So wissen and kennen, it's always a little thing in every German textbook about the difference in the two. Good. But that's really, I think, okay. We'll talk about this too. These other prepositions would have durch, für, gegen, und aus, bei, mit, seit, nach, von, zu. And then we're going to have a couple of others here. That many of those you've seen before. But okay, so that's that. Let me show you. Oh, sorry, we'll read about this too. This is about Bavaria and some things in Bayern. Well, anyway, it's a good chapter. All right, let me see here. Where's my? Oh, and we'll be using my Bigfoot stick thing to talk about clothing too. See, I've got shorts, girls. I'm doing fun stuff now. Shorts. Unterwäsche, underwear, t-shirt, necklace, Halskette, and we'll be dressing Herr Bigfoot here with that. These are on today Lederhosen. These things here, Lederhosen, Socken, und Schuhe or Sandalen, maybe Birkenstock Sandalen. You want Birkenstock? Incoming or Birkenstock? Thank you. Okay. But I got a rock, like a grass skirt here, a rock. I don't know, a tan or something. Oh, high top tennis shoes. Yeah, Turnschuhe. Okay. And I got a hat. Tie, die Krawatte, a couple different hats. We got a lot of stuff. There's more stuff over here. So we'll use that to do that clothing. Okay, let's let me see. I was looking for my so I'm on this mailing list, for the for traditional German clothing here, Trachten. In fact, the name of the store is Chiemseer Dirndl und Tracht. What that woman's wearing there on the cover, that's a dirndl. That's the name of that dress, a type of dress. Also, that's this woman here, dirndl. It has like an apron. It's actually attached to the dress, to the bottom part of the dress, which goes from the waist down, which actually is a separate piece of material, but it's sewn to the dress. And then you wear like a blouse, so it's kind of a fake blouse underneath the top part of the dress. But Tracht, though, that's a dirndl, but Tracht would refer to women and men. So it also has men's clothing here. Take a look. Yeah, see that? But let me show you there. Let's look at it here on online. You can see how much this stuff costs. Oh, look at that. Dirndl und Tracht online shop. Chiemseer. Chiemseer. She has some? Oh, I think they're so pretty. Well, let's not all share her opinion, because I think she's kind of cute there. Isn't she nice?
No.
Oh, come on. Let's look at. Oh, what's wrong with that? Okay. Now stop. Look at this. I think it's kind of classy looking. Look at that. You don't think that's pretty? Is that what your mom has?
No, hers is like red. One of them is red and the other one's green. It kind of looks like Christmas stuff on
Oh.
It's stolen there.
Look at these though. Yeah, can you see okay? Can you? Because I'm worried about your eyesight. Look at that. Well, I am concerned. But look, the dress, $179. Or euros. So that would be 100 and, I haven't checked the price, but maybe $190 or so. But it's a bunch of, you pay that much for a dress here, right? Look at that girl. Look at the guy. Now the guy, I'm not so worried about him, but 199 euro. Good. Let's look at the men's. That's some more interesting stuff, right? Herren, here we go. Good. Oh, look at this King Ludwig shirt there. That's interesting. 44. What the heck? 45 euros for a t-shirt? Okay. Let's look at Kinder 99999. Where do we go here? Lederhosen. I like these Kniebund Lederhosen. They come down to below the knee here. So if you're looking for something to get for me, I know you're already thinking about Christmas for me.
Okay. Oh, I already know it.
Yeah, right here. And you guys look, 179. You guys just pull your money together.
You want one of these?
Look at this.
You could wear this.
Now, what does that include? If I don't have my size. No, they don't. Okay.
What size
So,
is that?
I don't know how they size these things. What's included though are the pants and the suspenders here, this part here. And sometimes you can find like a group, like a thing that comes like with the shoes, the socks, and everything, you know. But it's made from Wildbuck. That would be like a wild, or not wild, of course, but yeah. What's a buck? Is a stag. What's a stag? Like a male deer. Yeah. Yeah. But you know that Lederhosen, later in German is leather in English. So that's actually the suede part, you know, the other side of leather, the softer side is what's out. So a student I had, another from a different school in Germany, year before last, he bought a pair of these, or he bought this whole thing, you know, the socks, the shoes, the shirt, everything. Not off this, but from a different store in this town I was in. And anyway, he found out before we left that you couldn't fold this stuff up like to fit into like a suitcase, unless it's really been broken in, you know, like you really like worn it a lot, and then it would. So he had to wear it in the airplane on the way home. Poor guy.
Awkward.
Yeah.
I mean, it's cool. I'm sure he would.
You know what? He's a good-looking guy. He could probably pull it off. I probably wouldn't have done so well with it. But here they are. That's what you get like that. Like that's how it's gonna. So the Traeger are the suspenders, and then the pants. Okay. Let me see if I can find one that's like a whole like Lederhosen sets. Look at that. So what do you get for that? Here's where you should be shopping for me. Yeah, look at those. I like this one. I think I'll send this to all of you. Look at that.
Can you just email to us?
Yeah, I'll just send it to all of you guys. So what do we get in the set for $218.90? About $230. Come on. Yeah, might think I'd be measured. Oh, they got lots of sizes. Look at that. I'm probably right about here. All right. So you get a shirt with it. You got to pick the color of shirt you want. They got shirt for size, and then your shoe size, because it comes with shoes also. See that there? I'm so excited, you guys. Look at those shoes. Aren't those awesome? I'd wear those just with, you know, all the time. Then maybe to get the red plaid. I saw Rot Kariert. I saw here a minute ago. Hemdfarbe, and it said Rot Kariert. That's red plaid. I don't know what Weiss steht gerade. Oh, that's that. The 30 is wearing. That has that like one-sided collar. Doesn't like fold over. It just like goes up like that, like a priest collar almost. But just okay. Dark green. Kariert means plaid. That's gonna be one of our words here pretty soon. Kariert. That's pretty. And what's here? Oh, there's the Grün Kariert and Blau Kariert, Dunkelblau Kariert, and there's just the white. And then this is that shirt I was trying to explain. No, that's not it. Yeah, let me just send that to you guys. Let's just get that link already locked in there. I'll put that in there. I'll put it on my cash too in case you guys lose it. Not bad though, huh? Look at these shoes. These shoes are a winner. I'm sorry. It's like I'm just shopping and you guys are watching me. Schuhe, Lederhosen, das Hemd, rot kariert. Grün kariert, Lederhosen mit Trägern, suspenders. Träger means to carry, or so it's actually carrying your pants, I guess. the thing is when you invest in like you can't like lose or gain weight because you're just pretty much it's not going to stretch too much with you really. Leather. Well, it might be a little bit of movement in them, but I don't like the short. I like the other ones that are the Bund. These here, Bundhose. They go to the knee or below the knee, like if you're thinking about it. You know. Let me copy that link again real quick. Okay, so those are those clothes. Let's look at Hugo Boss. Let's just look at let's do, look at that. I put in Hugo Boss. What comes? Oh, look, there's a Hugo Boss store at Utica Square. Huh. Yes, there's more than Starbucks over there. So Hugo Boss, fashion designer, Wikipedia, and you'll see here he was born here in Württemberg and then died in some other part of Germany. And here's the uniforms that he made. Check it out. There you go. Well, yeah, made a lot of money. He joined the Nazi party he joined the party. I didn't know that. Hugo Boss everywhere though. Hugo Boss, like I said, it's got a store in Utica Square. He was a Nazi. Yeah. Yeah. So, but after World War II, they labeled him only as an activist, supporter, and beneficiary. He profiteered off of them, and he had a heavy fine. He couldn't vote anymore, and it limited his ability to run his business. But Hugo Boss did okay for himself. When did he die? In the 80s? No. Oh, just after the war, 48. Okay. So he's been away for a while, but yeah, that's his negative claim to fame. But if you look at like his website, oh, that's not the right one. Like the design house, Hugo Boss. No, not the uniform, just Hugo Boss. Let's say, yeah. What's all this stuff here? Okay. HugoBoss.com. Yeah, it's just expensive stuff that you would never wear. I don't know. So how much, let's just see how much something costs here. Let's go to clothing. What about a pair of jeans from Hugo Boss? Pants. Okay. $158 pants here. I don't know. Jeans, $178. Guys, I don't know. How much you spend on your jeans? 100, really?
60 to 100.
$178 for men's jeans. And these fancy jeans here, $178. I don't know. Probably more than what most people spend on. Let's look at a suit. Hugo Boss suit. Oh my gosh. Well, this one's $1,000. This one's not that pretty. It's $398. That's not too bad. This one, most of these are close to $900 to $1,000. Yeah, I'm sure he's got some that are more. But Hugo Boss, though, sometimes people, they wear this brand when they go to these big red carpet events and stuff, celebrities. They're not very, how old are these boys, like 14 or something? What the heck, look at this. All these guys, look at them. Is it just me, or are they not really strangely young looking? Look at these. Huh. All right, anyway.
They just aged well.
Yeah, maybe they're in their 30s. Maybe. All right, that's Hugo Boss. We'll read more about him. Okay. Good. How much time do we have?
5 minutes.
Okay.
Let's talk about how's your day been?
Well, it just got started, so. Okay, the Quizlet's posted on my Kasha already, or that. And on Wednesday, we'll have a virtual class, guys, on Mittwoch. And then on Donnerstag, we're all here. Yeah, and so I'm gonna have to get a new seating chart because we're gonna move the desks, spread them out some and pull them forward some because we won't be able to have 6 feet of distance. I mean, there's just no way in this room. We'll do the best we can, but
Let's have outside classes.
Well, that was suggested, but so if we have I think there's 20 people in the class usually, a total, then it's just going to we're going to be closer than what we are now.
So if one person gets it, we're all out.
Well, I don't think that's how it works, but
Yeah.
someone take one for, who's the healthiest person here?
I go Chloe.
Some famous like marathon runner died of it too, so I don't think you're immune to it.
Actually, my sister had it and I didn't get it.
Chloe's dad has a midsummer.
I was around Ella.
Chloe's dad and
Yeah, and I didn't get it.
didn't you guys tell me that Lucy or Millie's family, her sister,
It's her sister.
Allie.
And they've seen all these people.
Yeah. Well, no one told me about it, and all those people have been in my classes. There's a flaw in the
Are you guys
system.
live streaming?
I better turn off the live stream.